At Fusion Worldwide, every quality hub and logistics facility is set up in exactly the same way. Same ESD flooring, same grounded benches, same personal grounding equipment, same process flow. We're here at the Singapore 26,500 square foot Quality Hub and Logistics Center. We maintain temperature and humidity control, and again, the facility is highly secure. Access is controlled in and out, and there are cameras throughout the facility. Product enters the facility here. Again, there's security control. Receiving is the start of the process. We have 2 receivers, each doing about the same thing with one critical difference. Receiver 1 is going to verify the packaging to make sure there's no damaging. If he can access part number, lot code, date code, quantity, country of origin, he'll pull all of that information. Receiver 1 will take digital photos of everything he does, but he won't expose the devices. He's just checking the outer part of all of the packages and the carriers. Receiver 2 does exactly the same thing, except Receiver 2 is scanning all of the available labels. He's verifying those labels against the human readable as well as against Fusion Worldwide's label database. We maintain all of his information in our system and use it to compile a report at the end of the process. Once the receiving is done, the parts move into a second set of racks ready for the inspection process. Again, everything is prioritized in these racks. Our QC inspection is a highly detailed process. Our inspectors are certified to IDA ICE 3000 and CCCI 102 certifications. Each workspace is set up in exactly the same way, exactly the same scope, exactly the same tools. All of the QC inspectors use personal ESD grounding equipment, static dissident benches, and air ionizers because ESD compliance and control is critically important. When they start their inspection, they start by accessing data sheets from both IHS and Silicon Expert. They pull PCNs and end-of-life notices as well as the data sheet itself. They look in our system and find prior receipts so that they can pull that information. They access the PO so they can understand where the parts are coming from, look at vendor history and vendor information. And finally, they look at customer-specific requirements as they work through the process to ensure that they're meeting all of the customer sampling, testing, and inspection requirements. Fusion has a standard detailed inspection that we go through. We compare the dimension of the device to the dimension stated in the data sheet. We look at the devices under magnification and compare the markings with what's on the data sheet. We do acetone and straight. We compare top, bottom, and side of the devices to ensure that everything is the same. We spend a lot of time looking at leads. We want to make sure the leads have clean forming marks, no signs of oxidation or handling or use. We take hundreds of digital photos as we go through the process. We access prior and golden receipts that we compare the parts against to ensure there are no issues. We spend a lot of time on the packaging of the devices. The quality team scans every single barcode and compares the human readable. They compare labels against the label database and golden labels, even though it's also done in receiving. They actually read every single label using their fingers, looking for any misspellings. We're looking for any differences in font, spacing, boldness. Labels and packaging are a key part of our inspection. We inspect the packaging and compare that against priors. We look at the boxes and make sure there are no misspellings on any of the boxes. If the parts are supposed to be in a blue reel, we better see a blue reel. If they're supposed to be in a tube with the manufacturer's name on it, that's what we need to see. Our QC team is very experienced in looking for all of those different tells and issues. QC goes through that very detailed inspection, and then the parts will go downstairs one level to Pro Semi. Once at Pro Semi, they'll go through all of the testing, destructive and non-destructive testing, electrical test, It's all done end to end here at Fusion. Non-conforming product is in a locked cage area. Nobody can get into it. The only person that has access is the head of quality here. Our storage racks are fully grounded. All of the locations are marked. And then product goes to shipping. And again, everything at Fusion is process driven. Every shipping station is set up in the exact same way. The packaging process is done the exact same with every single package. Our process aims to make sure that the product is preserved and gets to the right place. For high value product, we use specialized transponders that can track the product every 5 minutes through their journey from the Fusion facility to our customer's facility. Once the product is packed, it's laid out for the specific carrier to come and take it away. Every Fusion package is set up in exactly the same way. There's no markings. Every package is labeled and packed so there's no damage, and they're ready to go.